If you're a walk trotter or a walk trot canter rider and you want a better warm up, let's talk warm up. The reasons we warm horses up is that most of the time they're living in a stall somewhere where they can't really move around a lot. They have large muscle groups that need to warm up before we ask them to perform at a higher level. Regardless of what you do with your horse, you should always give your horse a good 10 to 15 minutes of walking as you're getting ready to go to work. Now, this is a warm-up plan that I use for my riders. I start it with walk trotters. As soon as they're off the lunge line and they're able to steer, I start to give them directions on this because it improves their riding and it makes them aware of a proper warm-up from day one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do 10 halts. You're going to do a walk halt. You can do them anywhere in the ring, but you want to do 10 halts. And the trick is to get the horse to listen to your body language, not just pulling on the reins. Really think about how you're doing your halts. By doing these halts, we're teaching our horses to listen and have breaks. We're letting them know that we're in charge and that we want to make sure that we have breaks before we move into the next gate. Don't let them cheat. Don't let them creep forward. Don't get lazy. Try to make it very good housekeeping and keep those halts clean. We're going to do our 10 halts at the walk. Then we're going to go and we're going to do our 10 halts the other direction at the walk. So we're doing both directions. We got to stay equal. You can't just work one side and not the other. Once we've got our halts done, we're going to do 10 circles each direction. Okay? Those circles don't need to be any specific size. You can change the size. You can do a big one, a small one, a medium one, whatever size. Do them in different places in the arena. The idea is to teach the horse to listen to what you're asking for. And the biggest thing is do not let your horse dictate where he comes back to the rail or where the circle ends. You need to make sure that the horse stays on the plan. And just know, circles on a horse are a lot harder than you think they are. So it's one of the hardest things to do well on a horse. So you do your 10 circles, and then you're going to do your 10 circles the other way. Now we're going to go into our trot. We're going to do 10 trot halts. And again, we're going to do them all over the arena, different places. We're doing 10 halts. We want to make sure the horse finishes the halt cleanly, that they're behaving, and that they're not creeping out. They have a habit of just wanting to stop and keep going. That was a good enough halt. We can keep going. You don't want them to do that. You want them to learn to halt and say, okay, I'm good. Now we're going to do 10 trot circles around the arena. So again, they can be anywhere around the ring. They can be whatever size. They can be half the size of the ring. They can be a third. They can be a little circle, but don't make the circle so small that the horse struggles to stay in the trot. It should be a smooth, comfortable circle. The point of these circles is to get your horse to listen and focus and not pay attention to everything that's going outside the ring. You want them to listen to you. So we do our 10 circles to the left and 10 circles to the right. You can also include 5 changes of direction. And your changes of direction can be a half circle in reverse, which is where you pull into the center of the ring and circle back to the rail, heading the other direction. You can cut across the middle and then turn the opposite direction when you get to the rail, or you can go across the diagonal. Don't let the horse tell you where to go. You are telling the horse you're going to ride to that fence post, or you're going to ride to that letter, or you're going to ride to that corner. Be very specific so that you stay in charge. Again, we're teaching our horse to listen and be attentive to what we're asking for, and we're turning their brain on so that they'll listen to us as we ask for more. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do lengthen and collect. So now what we're going to do is on the long sides of the arena, you're going to ask for a faster trot. So you're going to come around the corner, you're going to ask for a big, big, big trot, make it a little uncomfortable, make it uncomfortable for both of you. And when you get to the end of the ring, ask them to slow down, and you're going to do a slow trot. And we want to go as slow as we can without going down to the walk. So we're going to do a nice slow trot around the corner, and then we're going to do a nice long trot down the rail. And what we're teaching the horse is that they can go faster, and then again, we can control them and slow them back down. So we're going to go forward, and we're going to come back. And you're going to do that both directions. After you've done that, you're now ready to either move forward into your lesson if your trainer's asked you to warm your horse before the lesson. You're ready to start your canter work, or you're ready to start moving forward into more complicated tasks. This is a really good basic, and I've had young kids, 7, 8 years old, be able to execute these warm-ups very easily on their own. It teaches them to be active in their warm-up, and it's a great thing to do when you're at a horse show. It's so easy to get caught up with going on the rail and around with the flow of traffic, and that's when we get into trouble. The horses turn into herd animals, and they want to follow the other horses. You want your horse to follow your directions. You want to know that you're in charge, and that when you ask your horse, the horse is going to say, yes, ma'am, what are we doing? Or yes, sir, what are we doing? So do your homework, do your warm up, and let me know how it goes. I'm really excited to hear what kind of response you get. And we will go into more advanced warm ups for cantering and for more advanced skills, and especially warming up for high performance sports. Okay? All right, get out there and practice and have fun with your horse.